This is GeoFlex Media. In today's After Effects tutorial, I'm going to take you through how I created this. This is an interesting tutorial. If you stick with me, in a little while you will catch up with the tricks and hacks of creating this. Let's jump right into After Effects. We are creating a new composition. This is a new composition, 1920 by 1080, 24 frames and 10 seconds. The background is fine. Okay, we are here in After Effects. First of all, let's create the two mats that will form the track mat, the front and back track mat. Let's create the object that will form the track mat. So what I do is to use the pen tool and perhaps use a ruler or two rulers, as the case may be. Okay, in this case, two rulers or ruler guides rather. What I do first of all is to draw with the pen tool the shape that will form, or let me deactivate the fill for now. We could go back to the fill, undo. Okay, right. Okay, fill is none. I come here, click, right, then press shift to get a straight line while I click on the next one, then press shift again to get a straight line, then shift again while on this guide, then come here and give a curvature again, then come about here, press shift and close. Don't worry, it may not be straight. What you do is go back to the selection tool, press a marquee around that edge, then use the up arrow and tap until let's increase the view, edge to bring the hand tool, then come back here again. Do it until this straightens up. Yeah, that's fine. Click outside to see what you've done. You may not see it because we need a fill here to be able to see it. I go to the fill. I can fill it anything really, any color really. Okay, let's use what we can visually see. Probably let's use no, that's not it. Okay, that's fine. Great. Let's come back. Okay, this is what we've got. So let's call this press enter to rename the layer while the layer is selected. Let's call this front mat. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, what I do next is I will flip this to get the back mat. Let me Ctrl D to duplicate this front mat, then bring this down and enter to rename it. Press enter to rename it back mat. Yes, we'll not be able to see it because this is covering it. By the way, let me use my anchor move tool to center the anchor point. Click this, bring here. Let me do this for the background too. Click here. Here is center. Right. Okay. Let's again to position it properly. Okay, right. Now, while on the back mat, I need to right click on the back mat, then go to transform, then flip horizontal. So that gives me the back mat. This is the back mat. So I need to differentiate it by giving it another fill. So in this case, let's give it perhaps something like this. But what I need to do again, let me press H to kind of position it properly so I will see what we're doing. Then scroll to come closer to zoom in. What I do next is to use my arrow key, arrow right, to move the back. This is selected right here, and to move the back mat, tap the arrow left, sorry, arrow right, tap the arrow right, continue to tap it, or press shift while I click and drag until it comes this edge. So I tap it down a bit, arrow down, so the two edges have met. Okay, that's fine. And let me wheel back, my mouse wheel back to zoom out, right, and edge again to position properly. Right. Okay. Now what I do next is to create another layer, which is a shape layer. I like shape layers a lot because it creates a group containing 10. Yes. I'll call this shape layer paper, front paper already, front paper. Great. So I go into this shape layer, draw it down, go into this content. Then I want to, this shape layer is a group containing 10. I want to create groups of items here. First of all, I want to create the main paper. In this case, I want to add to this group one a rectangle, and this my rectangle is not going to have a stroke, but to have a fill, or rather I can add a fill here. While this rectangle is selected, I add a fill, and the default fill here is red, but I'm going to change it. If you look through here, you see red. I'm going to change it now to white because the paper we are creating is white paper. Yes, it's white paper. Now go into the rectangle, which is this, then unlink the X and Y, and increase the length, the height, rather the height of this, then increase the width. Okay, let me move it here because it has to size up to this or even wider than that. So let me continue to increase this. But that's fine, at least it covers this. Yes. Okay, let me move. Okay, let me keep it here. Let it be here. Meanwhile, now inside this front paper, I want to still create what will form a little bit of shades, some shadows on the paper. First of all, let's rename this to be paper. Let's put it in capital. That's the main paper. So let me duplicate this paper. Let me call this shade, and this shade, the size, we'll work on the size right away. The size will be let me reduce the y-axis about this. Right, that is too big. Then the fill of this shade will be something change the ash color. Something like this is fine. Okay, so let's keep duplicating this shade because there are going to be many of them. 10 of them. When you duplicate, you move already. Undo. Duplicate. You can use arrow up to tap. Position it properly. Just to create some kind of shadow. Duplicate again. Ctrl D. Can use this. Alright, let me select here. Okay, that's fine. Ctrl D again. Select here and move up by pressing Shift. So it's you're on the same, to maintain the same dimension and proportion as well. Okay, I duplicate this again. Ctrl D. I click out here, press Shift, position properly. Ctrl D again. Click by the side, press Shift while dragging. So it's Ctrl D again, drag, press Shift, position. That's fine. So this has created a kind of shade I want. Now all of these shades are under the shapes layer, which is a front paper. Great. So let's create the back paper. This front paper, I need to bring it down here. So that it's behind the front mat. What's going to form the alpha mat? This is going to form the alpha mat. So the front paper is behind it. Then I Ctrl D the front paper to get the back paper. So I bring the back paper behind the back of the back mat. But what I do now, I need to rename the front paper to be back paper. Great. This back paper, we need to get into the content of this back paper and remove all the shades. Press the first one, click on the first one, come to the last one by holding Shift, press, then delete. All of them will clear. All you have is just the paper alone. You may not see it because it's covering. By the time we move it, you see it properly. Now, the next thing we'll do is to change the fill of this paper. The fill should be something in perhaps dark gray. Yes, that is medium, not too dark. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, if I go into the position of this back paper and move it a bit, let's move it out. See what I mean? That's it. Let me draw here. What am I doing? Yeah, trying to not size, right? Sorry. Position now. That's it. Okay. Does it up there? Right. Okay, great. So this is where we are. Now we are in the main thing now. What we need to now do is to create alpha mat for both which we have created. We need to now tie them to their respective alpha mats. The front paper to the front mat and the back paper to the back mat. So let's increase the view so we see what we are doing properly. Now the next thing we do is click on the front paper and then say come to the track mat. If you don't see this, you come here, toggle, right, then it will appear here. That's fine. Then the track mat of this white paper is located here. This is it, front mat, alpha mat. Then the back mat is this, then the back paper will be in this back mat. That is the mat for it. That forms the mask as well as mouth. So this is what we've got. Okay, we need to do a position keyframe for both of these. We need to do a position keyframe. I think the back paper is somehow off. Let me position it properly. Go towards this here. That's fine. Great. Yeah, that's fine. Now what we need to do is to do position keyframe for both the front paper and back paper. So while clicking on the front paper, I press P, as well as the back paper, I press P to bring out their position keyframes. So what we do next is to on the back mat, we start with the back mat because that's where the paper will start scrolling or rolling. While on 0 seconds, I like to move a little bit, perhaps to about 1. Yeah, this position. This position is fine. I place the first keyframe. When I get to about 1 second, then I use the Y position of the back paper. I move it in this way, right? So there's the back paper scrolling. Okay, let's leave it at half. But wait a minute. Let me do this. Let's do this. Let me return it to. Let's get it off the screen completely. Let's get it off the screen. Let's get it off the screen, off the format. Great. Let's start about there. While the blade is here, click on the position keyframe, come to 1 second, about 1 second. Yeah, that's fine. 1 second. Then go up. By scrolling up. Continues. That's while it is almost there at the intersection between the front and the back paper. Yeah, the front paper should really, before you do any keyframe, should be out of the screen. That's fine. Out completely. Right, yeah, somewhere here. Then we put the first keyframe and come down. Then conclude here. But there's still some positioning we'll do to create some sync in their movement. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Now remember, if you notice right, it didn't show that when this is half, right, the other side, that is the front side, should be about half too. So what we need to do is to move select all the keyframe for the front paper rather, and bring it somewhere here so that there's a sync. If you watch, that's fine, works well. So if you try to do the measurement from the beginning, it might take you a little while, but if you do what I just did now, you get it very right and accurate. Okay, let's trim the comb to the animation, the length of the animation. What I did is to right click while dragging this back. I right click, I say trim comb to work area, and that brings all our keyframe. Press P. Yeah. Control. And that's fine. Right. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I wanted to trim comb to work area. Okay, drag this, right click, trim comb to work area. So this is what we get. By the time we preview, this is what we get. That's great. Thank you for watching my tutorial. Give me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. You'll be getting more of this tutorial, especially as it concerns masking. When you understand the secrets in masking, you'll be somehow more experienced in the use of After Effects as a professional. Thank you for sticking with me. See you again in the next one.